honestly just move and flow without even thinking. That's the goal, right? You don't want to think about how to mix an 808. You just want to know how to do it. Let's dive in, let's tap in, and get some notes out. Get a pen and paper, or digital, whatever. It don't matter, because we gotta lock in. We got to lock in today and tap into 808s. Let's get to it. So, the fast distortion plugin is great. It's cool. You can kind of get, a great... Let me go ahead and solo out this. So let's turn everything off real quick. Put that distortion on. You hear the difference? I think it sounds pretty clean, right? With that distortion on. Keep in mind, this 808 already has a lot of grime to it, which, like I said, you pick a good sound, pick a good 808 that really fits the track, and you really don't have to do a lot. This is like, I'm telling you, this is the prime example of, this is exactly what I'd be talking about, right? Anyways, so fast distortion is great. We can use that, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use something different. I'm using Sausage Fattener. One of my favorite plugins for 808s and bass lines ever. It's amazing, and it's similar to fast distortion. If you have $40 on you real quick in your pocket or on hand, just get this plugin. It's not that much money, and it will change the game, man, for your 808s, for your bass lines, you name it, right? So this is what I usually do. I usually start with EQ, and I usually cut out a lot of the lows. I mean the high ends, depending on the set on the track. I might keep a little bit more. I may not. So let's listen to it real quick. So this right here, this frequencies right here, you're not really hearing that anyways. But it's getting in the way. It's in the way of the hi-hats. It's in the way of the melodies. So it's just in the way, right? So we cut that stuff out. Not too much, but just enough to give us, keep the 808 and kind of give us some more space in this area for hi-hats, for melodies, even vocals. They're going to sit in that range, give or take, somewhat, right? So boom, we got that. And then that's the EQ. Now we're going to throw on this distortion plugin, and we're going to mess with some of this. There's only 3 knobs, and we're just going to play with it until we kind of get a sound we want. So... Great. I like that. I like that. I like the way that sounds. I think it sounds clean. Clean. Let's hear it all together. Yeah. This sounds clean. I like the 808. I like the way it sounds. Now, one thing I want to do with the 808 and the kick, I want to sidechain those. So, what we can do is just click on the kick, right-click on the 808, sidechain to this track, boom, right? Then the 808, we're going to go into the 808, channel rack and add a fruity limiter real quick. Let's see where that's at. Boom. And this is all stock. This fruity limiter is stock, okay? Simply go to the compression side, by the sidechain side, click kick, boom. And then we're just going to play. I love the fruity limiter because it shows you what's going on. And I'm a visual person, and it helps a lot to help me understand what the frequencies are doing, what's really going on. Now, I will say, don't use this as a crutch. Like, don't get caught up on what everything looks like, right? You really want it to sound good, right? You don't want this to be a crutch to your production. You want it to be helpful to you so you can see what's going on and what you're doing, but ultimately you want to hear what's going on so that you can make accurate decisions based off of what's being heard, not what's being seen. All right, so let's just play it real quick, and we're going to start making some adjustments. What I usually adjust off rip is the ratio, the attack, a little bit of the release. I don't mess with the knee like that really. And then the threshold, we definitely have to, you know, adjust that as well. And we'll just play it and we'll adjust. Determine how long the 808 is going to stay down, right? And then the attack's going to determine, you know, how quickly the 808 is going to duck. So if the attack's at 0, it's going to duck as soon as the kick hits, right? If it's a little bit, you know, up, if we go up a little bit, then it's going to kind of have a delay to it to when the 808 will duck down. This works good for like vocals, right? You don't want too much compression on your vocals, so that's why you have the attack. It's not like a 0. Maybe you kind of go up a little bit. It kind of creates a natural feel for the vocals to add some compression. So basically, if you say you know the artist yells, it's not going to just chop off their voice. It's going to kind of slowly bring their volume down. It's more of a natural feel. That's a little side note, but that's kind of what's going on here. Of course, the ratio and the threshold is going to determine, you know, it's kind of the big players in the game. The ratio is determining how, you know, how much it's going to, you know, go, you know, push down that 808. That threshold is going to determine when. You know what I'm saying? Like up at this point, like when it reaches this level, go and start cutting down the volume, right? So that's what's going on. That's kind of a, you know, a quick overview of, you know, just adding sidechain. I did a quick sidechain. I may come back to it and adjust some things, tweak some things, just like the rest of the stuff, right? So mixing is not just a one and done type thing, right? As you can tell. All right, so that is the video right there. Hope you enjoyed this video, enjoy the content. Other than that, I will see you in the next one. Peace.